Approve or deny to accept the resignation of Sweat Law Offices as solicitor for Union Township effective October 17th, 2022. That was, when he dated, when he would be resigned from it.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second that motion.
You're lying to the judge, Gary.
With a heavy heart.
Not with a heavy heart, with a big cheer, hooray!
Okay, we have
I have a question. Would you say you approved it, accept it, or you denied it?
So we have a first by Mr. Wilson and a second by Mr. Spar. Roll
Damn
call.
it, Nick.
Dupree? Sadly, yes. Spar?
Yes.
Parrish?
Yes.
Wilson?
Yes.
Evans Boring? Yes. Motion carried. Okay, B, approve, deny to accept the resignation of Roberta Singer as Secretary Assistant Treasurer of Union Township dated October 12th, 2022 and effective October 26th, 2022.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
So we have a motion by Boren, second by Parrish. Roll call?
Dupree?
Yes.
Spar?
Yes.
Parrish?
Yes.
Wilson?
Yes.
Evans Boring? Yes. Motion carried.
C, approve, deny to accept the resignation of Terry Gladys as Project Manager / Planning Director for Union Township dated October 12th, 2022 and effective October 26th, 2022.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second that.
Any deliberation? So we have a motion by Wilson, second by Boren. Roll call?
Dupree?
Yes.
Spar?
Yes.
Parrish?
Yes.
Wilson?
Yes.
Evans Boring? Yes. Motion carried.
D, approve, deny advertising for the position of Secretary Treasurer of Union Township with letters of interest, resume to be submitted no later than blank 2022 at blank PM to the Union Township building. So whoever is gonna make this motion, we have to come up with a date and time.
I'll make the motion that we cut the date off on November 7th. Our meeting is on the 9th.
That's less than a week.
Let's do
That's
2
a week.
weeks.
So do you want to go to the last meeting of the month? Which is realistically only the 22nd.
He's saying that if we don't get him in before the next meeting, before the next meeting, we would wait till the agenda of the following.
It's gonna be hard having Judy try and do the work part-time herself. We need to get somebody in as quickly as we possibly can.
But will we, if we advertise that, it may not even be enough time for,
Anybody respond?
yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
Well, if you wanna take it, the next meeting is the 22nd, so that will be what, the 19th? Or the Friday before the meeting? Cause our next meeting after the 9th will be on a Tuesday.
Means we're gonna go through,
If we don't do that, then we're all the way pushing to Christmas.
So I have a question for solicitor. Can we say do that for,
maybe we can put in the motion contingent upon that we get any and sending it, maybe, I don't know, if not.
So you could make a motion.
You know
to-
they're gonna run in here for this.
So, like you said, so you're running into a situation where you're hoping you're going to get some applications within the next few weeks, but you don't know for sure. So I would make a motion to set it for, November 19th.
19th.
That's,
Right.
and then if you don't receive any by then, that a secondary final deadline of whatever.
He's thinking the 7th.
If we don't look at the 19th as possibly the cutoff, then we might as well start for next year, because you're not gonna get anything in December.
Well, I was actually going to say that too. Do you think Judy can handle it through the end of the year? Because again, you have holidays and everything else coming up. How realistic is it you're going to get somebody that's going to be able to come in during the holidays right now?
I think she was only able to promise us, what, 10 hours?
10
A week?
I mean,
That's
You know
not
who the
much.
secretary receptionist has been for a week?
yeah. So, I mean, it's up, if you want, it's either, you have to set that day and then have like a secondary backup dedeadline, just in case, or you put it off until the beginning of the year.
Let's take the 7th and then
Why
agree to
not have it,
re-advertise.
like you say, the 17th, or was that the 19th
He
you
was
said?
saying
The
the 7th.
19th, have it that day. If we don't get anybody, then we'll scratch it till after the first of the year. We'll
He was
accept
saying
it
the
till-
7th and then a re-ad for the
Originally, I was
19th.
looking at the 7th, because that was the closest meeting, but we could take it to the 19th.
Yeah,
You wanna give
June.
it extra time to advertise.
Let's move it.
I mean, essentially, you can't, like, you don't have to, like, so you could say, have them by the 7th, if you don't get any by then, your next meeting, you say, we'll set the new deadline to this date, and if you don't get any by that, then you say, well, we're gonna have a deadline, like, you, at each subsequent meeting, you can continue to
Let's
extend
do
it.
that. Let's
That's,
do that. Let's do it to the
That's
7th, and if we have to put it on the, now make sure it's 24 hours before the next meeting, because the agenda gotta go out if we're going to add.
That's why I was
Advertise
looking
again.
at the 7th, because that gives you 2 days before the meeting.
Perfect.
mhm.
Okay.
So then if you don't, then the next time is your next meeting, you say, oh, well, we didn't get any again, you know, just keep rolling it out,
I think they're gonna run in here, so.
run out.
They're gonna run in here. Like their hair's on fire, they're gonna run in here. Okay, so, read your motion as you want it.
I would like to advertise the appointment of the secretary treasurer. The application to be placed by November 7th, 2022,
No later than, let's see,
no later than 4:30. I think that's the end of the
okay, it
day.
is. Okay. I'd like to second the, approve the advertising of the position Secretary Treasurer Union Township with letters of interest and resume being submitted no later than the 7th of November at 4:30 PM to the Union Township building.
Second.
Okay, so you can't do that because I just seconded. So we have a first by Mr. Wilson, a second by Dupree, roll call?
Dupree,
Yes.
Spar,
Yes.